Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on and say hi really quickly and say thank you for your patience and understanding. You may have noticed that the last bi-weekly readings did not come out. For any of you who just don't follow me on social media yet, just so you know, my dad was in the Lahaina fires and we could not find him for days, and it's a whole ordeal. We were able to find him. He is safe. He's 83 and nearly blind, so this is a very big deal. So we're really happy that he's alive, even though he lost everything in the fires. So it's just been hectic and I'm trying to catch up. So these readings are me catching up, but I just wanted to say thank you for understanding that I wasn't able to get those out for the last bi-weeklies. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. Hey Aries, so welcome to your bi-weekly-ish reading. So we're going to be taking a look at the period of time for this full moon to the new moon and getting a sense of what area of life is showing up as being a place of prominence where you should put your attention, and maybe paying attention to what kinds of things can be really let go of. I thought all of my decks out, but I just realized now there's a deck that I want to use for you guys that I didn't have out already. So here we go. Let's use this deck. So we want to get an idea of what area of life, but also what kind of advice we can really have that comes along with it, right? So this period of time that is the culmination of the moon energy from waxing to building up and bursting at the full moon, which is our only blue moon of this year, actually, until this next new moon, and that period of time where we can really release. I have an astrology video that is coming out to discuss all the different retrogrades that are showing up. I don't always take those, but I am taking these. The retrogrades and that are occurring, and we do have, I think, a lot of energy that is pretty in line with this waning kind of energy, right? We're moving through the last bits of the Venus retrograde. We're moving through Mercury retrograde. Yes, Uranus is retrograde. Yes, there are other planets retrograde, but we typically feel these more personal planets like more intensely. They feel more relevant to our personal experience, as opposed to the outer planets feel more like these collective kinds of patterns, right? So what do we have showing up for you? So we have the first house showing up. How apropos, because for an Aries, Aries rules the first house. So we have Aries in the first house, right? And this is about your personal aesthetic, your character, your like your body as well, right? So this is how you present. This is how you navigate life. This house is the only house out of 12 houses that is all about you. So Aries, you're what's up. It's all about you. And so I think that when we apply this to all of the retrograde energy, but also this waning energy that I was just speaking about, this is about addressing, okay, what is outdated when it comes to who I am as a person, or how I present myself as a person, my characteristics. Are there things that I'm like really considering changing? And that might sound in a way kind of surface, right? But it's not. Like if we're having aesthetic changes, that could be maybe more dramatic. Also with our body, there might be things that are coming up where we're just like really reconsidering, or we've been considering through these retrogrades, like, how do I want to change my relationship to my body, or my health, or, you know, my physique, whatever it is, right? And also, how am I navigating my life? What is outdated, right? So when we're looking at waning energy, we're looking at like, what's outdated, what's old news that needs to just be released, that just isn't serving where we're growing right now. And so that's the area of life that's being pointed out for you. Now, let's keep in mind, this is for Aries, sun or rising signs, and this is a collective reading. So obviously we're not going to be able to hit the mark every time for all Aries, sun or rising signs. So if this resonates with you, if this is a message that you feel like it resonates with you, amazing, great. If it doesn't, cool, not your message. If this is your sun sign, check out your rising sign. Or just, you know, get a one-to-one reading, because honestly, that's the best way that you're going to get specific, very dialed in readings. So what 2 cards do we have showing up for your assistance, we could say, your divinatory guidance? And we have the Empress and the Page of Swords. So, you know, the Empress, one of the things that I really love about this is that the Empress is actually a Taurus card. It's actually ruled by and represented by Venus, given that we have Venus retrograde, and we're also talking about aesthetics and how we present ourselves, how we look on these levels. Again, not surface. These are things that matter. They're part of our human experience. The Empress comes through in that energy, but also is here with a lot of creative energy, and to lend her, maybe I could say like her desire for, and her delightment in all things that are pleasurable and tangible. So we are looking at like good food, good libations, good music, good company, being out in nature, right? Like being in beautiful environments, even if it's not out in nature. If you live in like a citified city, but you go to a place that has ambiance, right? Like it's like, these are the delights of the Empress, and she is abundant and pregnant with life and pregnant with creativity as well. So in whatever way that feels like it helps you feel connected to your first house, to your sense of self, your sense of identity, and how you navigate this world, I would say that this is like showing up to be something that is worth taking a look at. And then we also have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, you know, it's like the pages have a really youthful, curious kind of nature. It's one of the things that I really love about them, is that they're very curious, they're very fanciful, almost untainted by the burdens of responsibility and adulting. And so they're very inquisitive and curious. So this particular card has to do with, you know, maybe doing a lot of researching, and also kind of taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, which during this particular period of time that we're in with the astrology might feel a little bit more challenging, but you're being asked to zoom out and apply that to the way that you are thinking about moving forward, and the way that you are staying true to yourself, right? Like I'm relating this all back to the first house. So these are the things that I'm saying. I hope that this makes sense for you. So these are meant to be short readings that are just here to help guide you through this period of time that is approximately 2 weeks during different moon phases, that we can really like take advantage of the energy. So this is what I have showing up for you. I hope that this feels helpful. I will have some video up here at the end of the screen that you can go check out, probably your monthlies, so you can get the overall perspective, right? So thank you again for your patience and your time. And I will say one other thing that I have is down in the description, not just to be able to book with me, but I also have my dad's, I don't normally promote, so this feels weird, but my dad's fundraiser, because he lost everything in the Lahaina fires and he's starting life over again at 83. And so if you feel called to share it or contribute, totally just there for anyone who feels called. So thank you guys again for your time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.